Hello. Oh my god. Sorry, I had a monitor on for some reason. 1 second. Hey everyone, hi. Sorry about the creepy echo. It was oh, hey, oh my god, Floric, thank you for following. Oh, that's crazy. Hey there, Floric. Nice to see you. Thanks for the follow. Hey Melodites, welcome to Sunday afternoon tea time. It is I, Clotho V Melodium of NEXAS NEXAS Class Genesis. NEXAS Class Genesis, the Dark Prince of NEXAS Class Genesis. I gotta really get used to that. It feels so weird. Okay, so today we have some special guests over. 1 second. So I'm about to switch you guys to the audio channel so they can hear you. So 3, 2, 1. All right. So who wants to go first? Who wants to introduce themselves first?
I volunteered Dust.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right, sure.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is DustieVT. I'm still new. I haven't debuted yet, but I'm a Dust Bunny VTuber. I really like nice future tech wear. That's kind of like my whole thing. Once I finally debut, is gonna be like outfit centric, but like a real nice emphasis on like music and like animation. So I plan to have very like high production value like stream like systems.
Okay. And what about you, Squee? Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us what you're all about.
Oh man. Hello, I'm Squid. I'm just a squid. I haven't really properly debuted yet either. I got a 3D model, but I'm trying to enter the 2D realm. So soon, coming to a theater near you.
Yeah, inking to a theater near you, you would say.
Inking.
Yeah,
Inking to a
yeah,
theater.
inking. The squeeter, yeah, I like that one.
We could think of squeak puns all day. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah. It's a very easily punnable name.
Yeah. Very fortunate for coming up with that one.
It's a very catchy name too, you know. Like it's a very cute name. It rolls off the tongue very well, and it shows your squidiness.
You could make a lot of Clotho puns too, though.
Really? I mean, I guess
yeah,
so.
yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. I was just using like the components of the name. But yeah, so I kind of want to ask, so how did you two get into the VTubing world, you know? Like, what got you into VTubing? Like, kind of like your history when it comes to your experience with VTubers, I would say. Do you want to go first, Dusty?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I started doing like freelance animation work for a while on Twitter, and through that I ended up meeting another VTuber on Instagram I really enjoyed, named Kiwi, and from there like I started doing a lot of the animation work and model work. VTuber on her 2.0 model. We did like a lot of just like reels and stuff. Like she does a lot of Instagram reels, so I helped her with a lot of that. And then kind of from there, as like my animation work kind of got out there more and like more like private, like more private Discord channels and Slack channels, I ended up connecting with like Silverveil. So I work with her a lot, like behind the scenes with a lot of Blender stuff. But like a lot of this stuff is like months away from being 100% finished with her, because like they're more ambitious projects. But yeah, I've been like working with VTubers for a while, and I'm like, well, I might as well like throw my hat into the ring and see.
And do you follow more like certain agencies, indies? What's your I guess viewing like?
There's definitely advantages to being in like an organization but the issue with like some orgs is like you become like sometimes the organization requires you to be more hermetized like to the organization itself. Like external like interaction is like very minimal. Granted, it gives you like this perfect idol image, but at the same time, like the lack of transparency could like be very off-putting in the long run. I mean, even with like who I work with, Silvervale, she left V Shoujo because she found that like it was more viable for her to go indie and do what, you know, her own things. But some people like the, you know, maybe I from what I remember with some of the groups is they take a cut of the total revenue, but that goes directly into like their marketing and setting up booths and like, so there's definitely upsides to it. If you would rather have like someone else manage the finances, like you can have that.
Do you watch more indies though, or do you still watch agency VTubers from time to time?
Mostly indies. Like I find like indies more enjoyable because usually like you're usually gonna catch them in the humble beginning stage. I find like when like a lot of VTubers get like super massive, like to me, I don't know, I like the early days. Like that's just kind of like all the YouTubers I remember really enjoying was like the early days, and then like once they got bigger, it's like their content, you know, they got the rhythm down. But the early days when like, you know, you can tell they're being themselves more. I don't know, I like it.
when they're kind of still I guess figuring everything out, you know, there's still a bit of scuff. Okay. And who would you say would be your Oshi? Do you have an Oshi?
I don't really know, actually. Like the content that like I'm kind of going for with the VTubing is like I find very unique. I'm not trying to play into anything like really teasy. Like a lot of like at least with the character design I'm going for, a lot of the other VTubers who do the like kind of style I'm going for are a little too like teasy, if that makes sense. So like I don't really have like a idol per se. Like I kind of like take inspiration from like a bunch of different VTubers.
All right. I mean, that's understandable, you know. That's very understandable. Not everyone actually has an Oshi. But yeah, thank you for that. What about you, Squee? What are kind of like your origins of getting into VTubing? Like what got you into this this crazy world, you know?
Well, a select few may know, but I do art on the side, right? Well, it's my main thing, but so I'm already doing art, and I was like, oh, I'll try streaming. Why not? And I wasn't even Squee at first. She was just like a little mascot.
Okay.
And I was, I forget what the app was, but there was like a really old app everyone used for VTubing, and there was like, you know, free models on the Steam Workshop, and I would use like those crappy little 3D ones, or just like a PNG or something. And then when I finally translated Squee into a VTuber, I think it was like 2022 or something, 2021, late 2021. I just wanted to try it out, and it went pretty well. But you know, life happened, so I want to take it more seriously from now on.
Yeah,
it's been kind of like an on and off thing.
And definitely, like, since people have seen your art through, like, you know, you've been doing a lot of art for me, and it's kind of crazy. Yeah. It's kind of crazy how, you know, how high quality they can be, and like how quickly you can like kind of crank them out, you know? Because the Shikanoko one.
Call and I'll be like, oh yeah, I made this for you.
Yeah, like the Shikanoko one was like you did that within like a few hours, right? The Shikanoko one?
It was like 40 minutes.
Oh my god, it's crazy. But yeah, so for your for the VTubers that you watch, like, do you watch mostly indies or agencies? Like, who's your favorite
indies,
as well?
Definitely, I do like indies, but you know, I found out about you through like the little, you know, NEXAS drama or whatever. When everyone was like, "How could you debut all these people in 3 days through this stupid app?" You know, like the people just getting really angry.
Yeah.
And I saw your design and I was like, oh, okay. I really like that design. So
and I think that actually was the first contact, right?
No, I'm joking. Yeah. You're getting stalked. Yeah,
I'm getting gang stalked. Oh my god. There's a squid that's constantly watching me. It's crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, for his, you know, like the indies I watch. I don't know, I think... Oh, well, you know what? I guess I do have an Oshi. Kaguya Luna, always. I'm loyal to
Oh,
her.
okay, okay.
I was so obsessed with her content, and then I also did like Nobuhime. That was
Mhm.
before she became. Oh, we can't talk about that. Everyone knows, but I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah. Okay, so that is something that's really interesting. That's kind of happening in the VTubing world, right? Like, there's so many, like, I guess you would say, unwritten rules when it comes to like how you talk about others, how you even reference their history, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like now, like, things are slowly changing because of like so many stuff that's happened. Like, don't you guys think so? Like, I feel like it's an end of an era for a certain kind of like I don't know, a certain time period of VTubing, and now there's like all this new stuff going on, all this new, like, I would say metas, I guess, you know. I don't know if it's a good way to describe it as a meta, but like, and even like some of the hard-written rules of VTubing are starting to get a lot more lax, you know.
Yeah.
Mm,
Well, that's just what happens when a lot of different cultures, I guess,
mm,
adopt, because VTubing was like kind of a strictly Japanese thing, and now it's being adopted by so many people, and they're doing so many new things, gatekeeping certain things, making
Yeah.
new rules every day,
mm,
new controversies.
mm.
It's interesting. It's very fun.
Yeah. And do you have any thoughts on that, Dusty?
Yeah, like I've noticed that with a lot of the VTubers now, it's like we're starting to see a lot more people coming out of the woodwork who have like a lot more like production value during the live streams. Like every stream is like a gimmick. Like my favorite stuff has to be now where like a lot of like chat does a lot of things to the main VTuber. It's not so much like you're watching, you're more of interacting. I remember like Germa did that at one point. If you remember, where he did the live streams where he was like in person and he had like chat control, it was like a machine that would throw balls at the thing to dunk them, and like they did it. Someone did the math at the camera angle to actually get it accurate. But I've noticed that like a lot of VTubers are starting to do similar things now, and it's like really, really cool. Like we're starting to see just people like just come out of nowhere, and they're like doing these super interactive streams. I keep forgetting their names because like some of them are just like, like they're either Japanese names or but like when you see them, like there's something special going on there.
And do you think it kind of it's kind of funny because it kind of reflects the progression of idol culture as well? Because like back then, like we're talking like 80s, 90s Japan, like idols were kind of seen as like, oh, we gotta be as distant as possible from the fans and kind of just be like this symbol, And now, if you look at idols nowadays, especially when it comes to like music groups, they're a lot more involved. They have social media, they kind of like share a lot more of their personal lives, when back then so much of that would just be like very secretive and kind of away from the eyes of the people. But like, I feel social media has just like given like a huge impact when it comes to affecting how I guess you would say idols and even like VTubers, entertainers, connect with their fans, right? Like it feels like it's a bit more personal now. Like you see a window into their lives, even,
Yeah, and that could be like definitely like a good or a bad thing. Like we've seen that like completely corrupt creators, and they just completely fall into this like everything they do is content rabbit hole, and they just completely give up all their privacy. But like I think that's really where the appeal of VTubing comes into, is that like a lot of people prefer to hide behind like a mascot rather than like their IRL self. It also gives like people who are more personality driven than like appearance driven, more like just more avenues. Like that was the biggest thing back in the day, at least, because like I remember like vividly growing up with very early YouTube, like Sky Does Minecraft and like Markiplier and stuff, and that like when I used to browse forums on content creation, like a big thing was like a lot of people were like, yeah, like lighting and cameras and appearance and everything was like super important. Like that was like some of the meta games. Like a lot of people speculate that like a combination of like voice, like camera and like, you know, like quality and like appearance was like very, you know, important. But like with virtual VTubing, like you don't really have to worry about that as much because it's all digital.
Yeah.
So you can be like pretty much anything you want, and then also like have like no issues with any of the old stuff. Like if you're doing IRL, like it's like go big or go home type thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they have like these crazy setups, right? Like you see like their walls have RGBs, everything has RGBs. They have so many plushies and beanbags in the background. You know, everything looks really pretty and pristine. But like, hey, I could be streaming with no pants right now, and you wouldn't even know.
Exactly. Like I remember, like it was super early. So it was like 2014, not super early YouTube, but like 2014 to like 2017, that era. And I kind of like remember like it was like very common for like YouTubers to like almost be like I remember hearing that some of them were almost afraid to move because the like the room where they started becomes so iconic that like they were like I don't know if you've noticed it, but like a lot of like I'm pretty sure I don't have like a source for this, but if I remember correctly, I remember hearing that Markiplier bought the house that he used to stream in from his parents specifically because the background was super iconic. I remember him briefly saying that on a stream one time that he bought it because he like it like reflects like the like, you know, that was kind of like his happy place when he would stream.
Yeah, do you know anything about that, Squee?
I didn't know anything about that actually.
Like I remember hearing like seeing like an Instagram reel months ago about something like that. I could be completely wrong and I could have misheard it, but I remember something like that.
Okay. Well, maybe someone in chat might be able to know any big Markiplier fans out there. But that's interesting because that is something that I hear, especially with like content creators just on YouTube, not necessarily streamers, like who make videos, and they have like an iconic background behind them. Like I watch stuff, even cooking shows, like you know, Binging with Babish or something. When he moved to his new studio, it's like this huge big deal, and like you gotta get used to the new environment and everything because you were so used to like his old like kind of like very homely style looking kitchen. Hell, even back then, this is like way back then when do you guys know the Nostalgia Critic?
Yeah.
He had this one point where he moved to, I guess, a newer studio or changed the lighting, and the wall switched from like this yellowish tinge to white, and his entire community just made this huge deal about, oh my god, the wall is different, you know? Like something as basic as that, you know? Something as basic as that. So I can definitely see. Yeah, change it back.
Change it back.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
actually
exactly. Like,
yeah.
I remember the one big move for me, like when I remember seeing it on YouTube or not YouTube specifically, but like it was actually like, well, no, it was like super recently. I take that back. It was super recently. Like that fireworks show Kai Cenat did. They recreated his room, and people on Twitter figured out that it was a set. But like it goes to show how iconic that room is. That like they went through the effort of recreating it just to destroy it. Like, I guarantee you, if someone like him, if he was to move to a new mansion, even though like he already lives in a mansion type thing, like he probably would spend the effort of making like the basement look exactly like the existing room that's there. It's like just so iconic. It's like,
yeah,
you know it when you see it. Like I don't even watch him. Like I just know his name from like the brain rot memes that exist now. You know what I mean? But like. It's so iconic that even I know what his room looks like.
I know what his room looks like. I don't even fucking watch
and even for me, like I remember when Pyrocynical, before he moved to the place he has now, his room was like pretty iconic for a time. Like he had like that room. I remember like he had for like quite a while, and it was like a very iconic piece. And when he did move, like people did like kind of be like, you know, it's. Yeah, but that's the thing with like VTubing. You can just have like the same thing forever. Like,
oh my god! Imagine, for example, imagine if Asmongold moved to like a pristine, clean room. You know, Imagine the kind of like, reaction that his fans would have. They would be like, "Oh my god, who is this? What have you done to Asmongold?" You know.
where did the cockroaches go?
Yeah, where did
Like,
the cockroaches
Yeah, exactly.
go?
Like that's like as gross as it sounds. Like some like it's gonna be one of those. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's as gross as it is. Like flaws. Like that's the one thing that you kind of get with a lot of that is like there's like a flaw or like a characteristic that like when everything gets so corporate and sterile and you start really upgrading like your pad where you stream, like you kind of go away from the humble beginnings area, if that makes sense. Like that's kind of what I was getting on with VTube, like some VTubers earlier, is like there's a humble beginning stage, and once you start like kind of like going all out, you kind of lose the appeal. Like I know recently like Doki Bird changed her avatar and she doesn't have the old face despite having a bunch of merch made of the old like the old face. She has like a newer model
I saw
now.
that one.
And like and to me it's like all they really should have just kept the face, added more expression like art, you know, blend shape type things to it, but like redone the hair. Like to me that's like a risky change now, because when I saw that I didn't even know that was Doki Bird. I saw that floating around on Instagram. I was like, that's what the new model looks like.
That's
and it,
like the Selene artist.
Yeah.
Who that is.
You know,
I was
like
oh wait, oh shit, that is Doki Bird. Okay.
yeah, I was like no disrespect to, you know, it was like no disrespect to the artist who made it and stuff, but like I'm very shocked that like despite how iconic the Doki Bird face is, it's like you change the entire brand identity like that, like so drastically.
Yeah, the sideways
so
smug face, you know?
Yeah.
So
like,
iconic.
Like the new one, if you Google the new one, like it's
I've seen the new one. And it definitely is a risk, you know, like changing your look that much, especially when people are like so comfortable with your original, you know?
Yeah, like I definitely think a good rule is if you're gonna change, like you can change your clothes or hair, like, but like the face, just render it better, like just more detail in the eyelashes and the eyes have more detail and stuff like that, and like you can do like a more modern like face, like art like system, like using more like the like parameters, so like you have like the mouth tracking looks better and the eye tracking looks better and stuff, like, and then when you do like the new art for the outfits and stuff, it will look so much better. Like I kind of like noticed that with like, even like Shy Lily's new models, like they should have just kept the old face with new hair and the new outfit and the new skin. Like it's like there's, to me it's such a big risk. Like I actually feel like, to me personally, like it's just an opinion, I genuinely feel like I see her less now on at least like on Instagram and stuff, with the new model. Like I just don't see her as much. Like her old one was like her old one, like the cuteness of it was like was like so popular. Like, you know, it's like it's super important. I think like once you find the thing that works, like don't really change it.
Oh, I got a question.
What's up?
What do you guys think of Iron Mouse always changing her model?
That's really cool, though. I like that.
Cool.
Yeah,
I think that works for her, because you know what the thing is, they really don't change the face too much. The faces are all pretty similar. Just like maybe like I would say like it's the same thing but different art style, almost. Like if someone as an example, like it's like someone's an example draws like a Nintendo character, but they draw in their art style. You can still tell it's that Nintendo character in a different art style. That's kind of how I see it. But it's not like a complete different like change. You know what I mean? You can kind of say that with Lily's, but like her new one is so radically different as well. It's like, I don't know. They should have just kept the same face.
Yeah, something that something I guess kind of funny that that I can say related to that is you guys remember do you guys know Iris from AniLive?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember her first model, how it kind of looked a bit derpy and it took people a while to kind of get used to it because it didn't look
it was
like
almost
typical...
like they almost rendered it like it was almost like a hybrid, like kind of like how Overwatch does, is like a little bit comic, anime, and like Western. There's like a little bit of Western style in there too. Yeah, look, I actually kind of like appreciated it. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Ooh, yeah, I liked it."
Yeah,
and then they kind of
up more.
Yeah,
she had the old model. Now I don't see her anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is
she
that
blends in now? She's not unique.
Yeah, when she did her 2.0, there were some people who were like, "Oh wow, look, she matches with like her with the rest of AniLive now," and there are some people who are like, "Man, I miss the old model," you know. So that is the risk that you're taking.
Shit!
Yeah,
bring it back.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
that is the risk that you're taking, I guess, if you do like such a drastic look of your drastic change of your look. But
Yeah.
I guess as long as you keep like very notable parts of your look intact when you do make that change, kind of like what you said with Iron Mouse, then people would mind a bit less. Like, yeah, there will be a lot of people who are like, man, I miss like maybe like the jank of the old model, or like certain aspects of the old of the old look, but they'll still be like, okay, well, maybe I can get used to this new one if it's similar enough. Just, I guess, like big jumps in or like big changes when it comes to your look, that's a lot more risky than if you stay a bit more similar to back then and make just like a gradual change, you know?
Yeah, and then like another thing for the record, like all the people that I'm talking about, like I like, if they were to be like message me like, oh, you want to stream together, I'd be like, hell yeah. I just like to be really objective, because I hope people are super objective with me in the future. Like I want to like my one thing that like annoys me with a lot of games and like movies and stuff is like, if something's bad, like let's say I make a 2.0 design of my character down the line and it sucks, and everybody tells me I'm just going back to the 1.0 and starting again completely from scratch. I don't care how long it takes. Like if I made a video game and I introduced a character that sucks and I had it all voice acted, I already paid the person for all their voice acting and stuff, and people bought skins for that character, I would delete the character, start again, refund everybody their money, because like I just don't want it to, like I want it to be good. Like I know that's kind of like the Valve ideology. Like Valve does that all the time. They completely just delete everything and start again, despite how much money they put into it. But like that's the way you make things like good, you know? Like
though I guess like
personally.
the sunk cost kind of the sunk cost feeling is what prevents a lot of people from basically going that route, you know? They're like, oh man, we've spent this much money on working on this new thing. Man, if we delete this now, think of all the money that we'd be wasting. But like if it's really, really bad and it starts to bring things, bring things down and make things take a turn for the worse, then yeah, it does take a very, very brave kind of business sense to be like, okay, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we should roll this back, you know?
like that's kind of like where I'm coming from. It's like I want it to be like, if people just like want to be super critical, like even with some of my older art and stuff, like where I would post to Patreon, like I would browse like the pirate forums of my content, and I would get some of like the most like best criticisms of the people who like it's funny actually, the people willing to go through the effort of pirating my work seem to be my biggest fans. Like it's very interesting to me, despite that like despite them stealing it, which I personally don't really care, because like it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you can't afford it, it's whatever. Like, it's not a big deal to me. But, like, they seem to have, like, the most honest critiques. And it's like, I don't get offended at it at all. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm writing. This is, like, just free criticism. Like, what can I do? And, like, I've been taking all those super harsh criticisms. Granted, the one criticism I get is how long it takes me to produce some content. But, like, if you want it to be good and you want to learn and stuff, there's going to be time involved, you know? Like when you finally release something and you level up over the last thing, you know, like it feels good, like to constantly get better.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of like where I am, like at least with VTubing, is like I plan to like if it sucks, I'm going to completely undo it, even over the sunk cost. Like I'll account for sunk cost every time I make a drastic change.
Okay. But yeah, Squee, what do you think about that?
Well, I couldn't help but think my cheap ass would probably be happy I just had a tax expense that year. My model ever like kind of flopped and just be like, well, that's going on my taxes. I don't care either way.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't think of it like that. I guess you could just, you know.
Yeah, it's a business expense, you know? Yeah, man, that is something that I also need to explore, is that the option that... Because I didn't know this, right? Because back then I streamed as well, but I didn't know that you can put whatever you spend on making your content down on your taxes. I didn't know that.
Taxes are so much fun now, bro. Anything. I don't know why on my streams I talk about taxes so much. It's just fun. I just like yapping about it. It's autistic, but I don't know, man. It's really fun.
Yeah, because again, like I built this this recording booth with my dad, and it cost us, it cost us a few thousand, which is a lot better than if I bought like a pre-made one, which would cost more than 10,000 for the smallest one. But this one we built, and then the materials probably cost like, I don't know, 2,000, 3,000 max, and it's just like the time and the labor that that went into it. That's I guess the exchange for that. But hey, it feels like it feels more like a personalized labor of love, if anything. But man, I can put that down on my taxes. That's crazy, you know? Man,
it's like I don't owe y'all shit. Yeah. I spent all this. I love it. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is definitely great. Like you do lose some. Like when you are self-employed, you're going to lose some to federal and then like state and stuff. But even then, like as long as you pay everything quarterly and you're on top of that, and like the benefit of work, like in the early on, you'd probably be better off working for somebody else and then having, but like you probably make more money. But like the benefit of like you have a good month. You don't get a good month, working for someone else. You just don't.
No,
like you don't. Like
they don't do
what
bonuses anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, what if 1 month, like you're working and it's like maybe 4K a month, 4K a month, 4K a month. You have something hit, and then it's like $40,000 that 1 month. Like it completely offsets any like, it would completely offset any just standard time that you put into anything else. And it's like and especially if you're employment. Your self-employment's based off skill, you know what I mean? Like you're getting better the more you do it. So once you start getting paid for what you do, it's just an exploit, It's like it's like an infinite money glitch almost. Yeah, like
man, yeah,
it's still risky early on, but
self-employed life hack.
Yeah. And I do realize that a lot of the money that I receive from even like working with NEXAS, like being part of NEXAS, I end up just reinvesting all of that into like, okay, I'm taking vocal lessons. Okay, I'm buying more equipment to like make my streams better, Like it all ends up just being reinvested. So I guess if you do start putting that down on your taxes, like that would be some kind of like a cyclical kind of hack. I would say. Man, that sounds so clickbaity though. It's like, use this infinite money hack. People hate him,
Definitely, if you're gonna like go this route, understanding just every business, like understanding all business avenues, and even leveraging capital, like if you like leveraging your capital and credit and stuff is like really smart, especially if like with business expenses. Like for me, right, like. With what I do with a lot of rendering and stuff, like I have the money to buy something outright, but like sometimes it's nice to if you have really nice credit built up for business and stuff, it's really nice to be able to purchase like big expensive things on credit, because if you have if you have really good cash back, percentages on some things, like I have money set aside for the 5090 because I render, like I already have a 4090, it's good, but like
and you need a powerful graphics card for that.
Yeah, like I just like that's what I need for work. Like I don't even game, I barely game on it. Like it's great and all for games, but it's like you need every second that I'm rendering, like I could be making money. So like like you know what I mean? Like it's definitely like you spend money to make money. Like if once I have a 5090 and a 4090, I could use the 4090 rig to animate while my 5090 rig is rendering, and then the moment that you know what I mean, I can go back and forth depending on like the scene complexity. So like it eventually will make you money. Like you'll return on investment. Like when I bought my more modern computer, like the money I spent on it, like I opened 3 commissions. I finished those commissions so fast, I literally made back the money I spent on it in like 2 days.
Oh wow.
Like you know what I mean? Like spend money to make money is like even with my iPad, like when I used to do 2D art, like my iPad Pro, like I made that back. Even though it was technically a graduation gift, I still made what I would have spent on it back like really quickly. Like I find every time I make a purchase, especially like that, like I end up making it back very quickly when I need to.
Yeah. And what about you, Squee?
Oh man, I don't even know the original point. I was gonna say though,
Yeah.
you don't game much, Dust, but soon when you do the VTubing, you'll be literally like, yeah, it'll be for gain. You can
That's
start
true,
playing
yeah.
games again. So
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been so afraid of playing games because I'm like, I could be working, and people always be like, oh, let's play a game, and I'm like, well, can we stream it? Because then that would go towards my streaming.
Oh,
I don't want to
man.
spend quality time with you.
Yeah, that does kind of like circle all the way back to the everything is content grind that you end up getting into, right?
I am guilty of that.
Yeah,
but...
yeah.
Oh, shit.
I'm also
I didn't
guilty
even think
about that as well. Like the amount of times that I can actually go to my friends and be like, okay, let's just kind of play a game, you know? Let's play a game just by ourselves, just have fun.
But we could stream this.
Yeah, but we could stream
We could be
this.
maximizing our We could be growing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Look at the stats number go up.
Yeah, man. I have been told to, you know, since I am still, you know, we're a small corpo, and I'm still a small VTuber, like relative to the entire VTuber space. I'm like minuscule, you know. Yeah. So people have told me, you know, don't pay attention too much to the numbers. Just do your best. Keep doing what you're doing. Learn from your mistakes, you know. And I feel like, you know, I feel like looking at the numbers is like there's a certain healthy threshold to it, you know. Like if you obsess over the numbers too much, I feel like you start, I guess, what do you call it? Like, what do you think about that, Dusty? About the whole like paying attention too much to the numbers thing?
Dude, like, at least on Twitter with what I've done, like, that is really like the reason like I'm where I am is actually paying attention to the numbers, because like so a lot of like fellow artists, like they'll be like, oh, you know, the algorithm sucks, you know, after Elon bought it and stuff, and I'm like, I kind of disagree. Like my stuff has been doing better because I've learned what works from trial and like lots of trial and error. And like like, you know, they'll post something and it doesn't do good, and I'll tell them like, try brightening the image, try like changing the contrast here, and then like try like changing the framing of it and everything here. And like the moment they do that, like their stuff like does better, and like you know, like a lot of people like we are so quick to like blame, you know, like just blame like unfairness, but it's like, no, like if see, the thing is, right, if everything was super fair, then like you would technically have less opportunity to get paid more, because like everybody would be doing like, you know what I mean, like everybody's performance would be like similar.
Yeah,
like if the more like especially with the reason that the YouTube makes all those algorithms and stuff so strict is because the almost like the content creation disparity that it makes, it makes it so your opportunity to make more goes up. Like granted, there's like a limit, you know, it shouldn't be like only like a few people can make actual money on there, but like if everything is too easy, then everybody's gonna be in the exact same spot. Like it just won't work. There's you have to make, you know, you have to create like value out of like you have to create the value somewhere. Like that's why they make those algorithms like that. So the harder it is, the more value. Yeah, I
guess just like pay attention to the numbers when it comes to seeing what works and what doesn't, I guess, right?
Yeah, like definitely like don't treat it like it's over, like, oh, I had a bad, you know, like this stream did like a lot of people get in this like ideology where it's like it's over, like they do a bad stream. It's like, what were you playing? What time of day were you streaming? Like if you're streaming on a Tuesday and your main audience watches you for like you know, Roblox horror videos, and that does really bad that day, there's a chance that you can conclude that your audience is younger and is in school at that time. You know what I mean? As an example, like you can kind of get a lot of context. Like if, you know, if you're streaming on, you know, if you're streaming like as an American streamer, and you know, like it will be super easy to conclude like when you're streaming, like, is my audience more like, you know, Western? Like, is everybody from like America or Canada and stuff? and like depending on the time of day you stream. But if you're streaming like the middle of the night, there's a good chance that like if there's a lot of viewers, there's a chance that they might be more foreign.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like there's a lot of like
true.
there's a lot of ways to tell and stuff, and like the numbers are super important. Like the people I'd be honest to like tell you not to worry about the numbers. Like you kind of have to a little bit, because like I know that it's not like a healthy thing to obsess over, but at the same time, like if you're trying to take it as a business, like you have to, like it's the only way to just objectively know what's working and what isn't. Like
what works and what doesn't.
You can't keep staying at this, like you can't keep doing the same things. You have to start like mixing it up, and especially because like now VTube, like the VTubing market, there's so many people. Like there's more than than there's ever been.
Yeah, and more are appearing day by day, you know, like there's more and more VTubers. So you really gotta you really gotta step up your game if you really want to grow.
And it's not like YouTube, right? You can have multiple favorite YouTubers, but I know the thing with Twitch that I really like notice is that like you're competing for everybody's time. It's not like YouTube where like, you know, I watch this video, it's done, then I can go watch another YouTuber. Like Twitch, it's like when you're live, you're live. Like if another VTuber is live, you're also competing with them. So I also find like collaborating, especially early on, is the best way, especially with people who are both live at the same time, because you're less likely to compete with your friend. You're not competing with your friends if you're all making content at the same time. You got multiple hands and multiple baskets. I don't see that a lot. With, you know, a lot of people starting out, and that's like a really important thing. Like you're competing with other people's time, and like you know, like you're gonna have your close, you know, group of favorites, but like I kind of find like with the VTubing bubble is like once you can get over 400 viewers, I think is kind of like the sweet spot number. That's when like I've noticed that's when they blow up. It's like once you hit 400, that's where like you figured it out. Like that's kind of like the figured it out number. Like maintaining 400 viewers.
That's kind of that's time when you think you've known your audience well enough that you can.
And that's also that number, where Twitch, I've noticed, Twitch will start to actually recommend you on the left-hand side when you make an account. Yeah, I've noticed that the viewership is between 230 and 400 viewers. They kind of like note like you're like that's kind of where I've noticed.
Yeah, everyone off the side for me is at like 400.
Yeah. Anything bigger, then it's gonna start hiding you again. But that's like the sweet spot. That's where you start really like you're gonna find that one person who loves making clips. You're gonna find that one person who loves making art and stuff. Like that's kind of like the goal to get to. And then like once you're once you get to that point, then like you'll start like figuring out other like avenues. But it's like it is a numbers game, especially if you're going to try to like, you know, optimize it for a career.
Man,
you know, you'll get like, don't get me wrong, like someone said you'll get 100. Like don't get me wrong, you'll see under 100, but like what I've noticed consistently most of the time is it's like 100, like or it's like 200 to like 400 is like kind of where I like see a lot of like the people at least like when I'm not even signed into Twitch. I think that's kind of what I see. But like another thing too is like when someone like when I watch like a Twitch stream, like the one thing that like immediately will put me off too is like if I go to a Twitch stream and I like watching someone and they're not talking at all, like immediately click off. That's the one thing.
If it's completely silent or something, like you gotta catch their attention within the first few seconds, right?
Yeah, like I think that's why Iron Mouse does so good. Like I was like kind of like teasing like about it. Like I was like I went to like an Iron Mouse like thing, and like the moment that I went on a YouTube video, like you could skip to any part of the video like a VOD, and she's just yapping about something. It doesn't even have to be like entertaining. She's talking about something, and it makes it so like when you join late, you're kind of like, oh, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's something going on, you know? Yeah. Just be like a pro yapper. Oh my god, I honestly can't wait for one of my gen mates, Anaria. She's the one with purple hair, and you know, she is she's my cousin, you know, she's my cousin. But man, she's a pro yapper. She could yap on for like hours and hours without stopping. Like when we're in voice chat with her, you'd have to actively like interrupt her in order for her to stop yapping and for you to get your point in. And I think that's such a great skill for being a VTuber, you know?
Oh yeah, like for being like I'll be honest, like in any other circumstance, not the best thing ever. Like I yap a crap ton too, and like it's just not the best. But like for this type of thing, like it's like you were never good. There's never going to be like a dull moment. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's super important. Like,
yeah.
With that.
Squee, how would you rate your yapping skills? What do you think?
Oh, it depends. The topic's gotta be really good, and then I will not shut up for the next like 30 minutes.
I mean, what kind of topics would you do you love to yap about then, Squee?
I think you can guess.
Something
to do with ReZero.
Yeah, ReZero.
Oh man, I instantly. It's like me at parties. I'll just be like, yeah, hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
Oh man, have you guys seen ReZero? Oh my god, I haven't. Like instantly.
Oh my god, have you heard of Amelia? Amelia. Man. Yes. I guess we can talk about that though. Like you seem to like a bunch of those do you like that genre in general, or is it just particularly ReZero? Because I know you also like Excel World, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I think I just latch onto really like random shit because I like the main character or something. Or like certain series that have really good world building, like Made in Abyss. I latched onto that for a while. That was a really good watch.
Oh yeah. What about you, Dusty? Do you have any shows that you're particularly interested in? Like what's
right
your
now,
show obsession?
Right now I'm just watching like just whatever's like airing. Like I'm trying. I started My Hero Academia years ago, and like now that like we're finally at like the final arc type thing, like I'm gonna finish this, even though I find the show to be painfully mid at times. Although Bones does have really good animation skills.
Yeah.
Like the animation's fantastic.
They do. Yeah.
Like, I'd say like if you're gonna watch that show, just completely skip seasons like after like season 2, like skip it all the way to the late. Like it's just not very helpful. Like, but
what about ReZero? Have you seen ReZero?
I've watched ReZero.
Yeah.
Like I kind of refuse to watch some of it because I find like I don't know, I find that like show almost like disturbing in like a very weird way. Like it does like trauma really well, and I don't know. It's like when I watch a show, the amount of times I'd watch it, be like, this is fucked up. Why am I watching this? This like makes me feel upset that I still finished it. But like, I don't know. Like I kind of like, it was the only show that got like almost that response out of me. It's like it does like I don't know. It does the death stuff really well. By the way, I went into that like because you see all the characters online. Like you see all the art of like the characters, and I thought it was gonna be like almost like a little generic isekai type thing. But no, it's like this very dark. Like I had no idea it was dark like that. I didn't think it was going to be like a very dark anime like that. Like it's super dark.
Yeah. Squee, what is it about ReZero that you love? Is it kind of like how they handle the dark trauma stuff, or is it like just because it's some kind of like a fantasy isekai with like interesting characters? Like what about it do you like?
It's peak fiction. Well, no, it is. But I really like the main character a lot. I've had a little crush on him ever since I was like, oh man, how old was I when that aired? It's 2016 when it aired.
Oh wow, it's been 17. A while.
It's been so long, man.
Oh my god, so many shows, and it just feels like it's been yesterday that they released.
Man, I remember when I first watched it, I would download anime, like, at home on my phone, and then I'd watch it at school, like, during class or something. But I watched ReZero on the bus on the way home, and I was, like, completely moved. I was like, oh my god, I gotta show my dad! And then my dad watched it, and then we started watching every single episode as it aired. And we'd even watch like people on YouTube react to episodes like Chibi and stuff, and oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
We were obsessed, man. That series was so good.
Honestly, I do that too. When I find a show that I really like, for some reason what I do after showing my friends, after watching it myself, I somehow go to YouTube and be like, okay, let's watch some people react to this show and see if they react the same way that I did. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I did that a lot with No Game No Life for some reason. I don't know why.
Like right now I'm doing it with JoJo, you know? Like I'm watching people react to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh my god.
Wait, you like JoJo? I had no idea.
Yeah, it's so not obvious, right? Wow. What a surprise. Clotho loves JoJo. It's not like he doesn't keep you know, it's not like he references it every stream and doesn't shut up about it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Man. Yeah. What do you guys actually feel about that? I want to ask. I don't know if it's gonna, like, you know, cause some controversial opinions, but what's your opinion on, like, people doing, like, React content?
Oh, I think it's fine. Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, if like, I don't know. Like, I don't really have too much of a problem with it. Like, I just see it as like just free advertising to the original thing. Like, if I see like a video that, like, you know, someone reacts to, like, usually, like, I wouldn't have discovered the person's content that they're reacting to if I didn't, you know, if they didn't, like, react to it. Like,
yeah,
like, I just see it as a purely just completely free advertising. Like, I even, like, yeah, I don't know, like, people, you know, say it's lazy and stuff, but, like, I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of appeals, especially if you're like a content creator, a lot of people like to know, you know, what their favorite person on the internet thinks about something. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a very thrilling thing.
And what about you, Squee?
I kind of have the opposite opinion. I mean, I do overall, like, consume reactionary content. I'll admit it, fine. But I do feel like it's lost its charm, because back then I would always watch, like, you know, oh, a new game just came out and it had a really sad ending. I want to see how, like, my favorite person reacts to this sad ending in media, whatever. Now it's all like, I wonder how this person reacts to this person breaking up. It's like, none of this shit should
like
be
reaction
all
content.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like none of that shit should be public.
Wait, does that actually happen? Like a reactionception kind of video?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, I mean, especially, I mean, I probably shouldn't mention Turkey Tom, you know? I mean, I like his content, though. He's funny, but it's like, you know, it kind of dips into the reaction to a reaction to a reaction almost. Because he'll be watching someone react to something else, or a documentary about a situation, and then he'll be reacting to that. It's just... it just gets too crazy. What if we all started to react to Turkey Tom reacting to this,
it's like a whole chain. My god.
You know what, I will say, the one channel content type that, like, I just don't really like, that I do find very lazy is, like, it's definitely, like, kind of like the like where Moist Critical is now, to me, is like, like, I remember, so, like, I like, during COVID and stuff, he made, like, really good content, in my opinion. Like, he made a lot more enjoyable stuff to me, in my opinion. But, like, now he's fallen into this rabbit hole of just having the most, like, non-controversial opinion on the most, like, non-controversial topic. But I remember, like, what I really liked him for is he did, like, this, like, crappy, like, SpongeBob game speedrun.
Oh yeah,
world record. Like, everybody remembers that. Like, that content was so good, and he had, like, you could just tell he was having so much fun doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm really surprised he doesn't lean into that more. Like, I get it, like, turning on the camera and making a video and then getting the million views. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, I don't know, like that speedrun series was like, it was like amazing. Like, I tuned
it was
into
so
every
fun.
episode.
I loved watching that series. Oh my god. So I agree with you. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I don't blame him for going that route, but, like, his content to me is just, like, really, it's just like, it's just go on Twitter, find something that happened, and then, like, talk about it, and it's just like, I don't know, just...
Okay. He still plays games, surprisingly.
He's more of a streamer now, I've heard. Like, he streams a lot more.
Yeah, he does,
It's just, I don't know. It's like just a little different.
I like I like watching his like his like moist meter reviews when it comes to, like, the, you know, the games and the movies. Yeah.
Oh, did you know that he rated ReZero a 10 out of 10? Just saying. Anyways, if you haven't watched ReZero, you should really check it out.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Oh, Literal Rodent, thank you for the follow. Tyler One's your favorite streamer. I love when he reacts to American pro players and tells them how horrible they are. That does kind of sound like Tyler.
Who was I thinking of? There's this one fucking... there's this one goddamn person, and like I think it's like Aiden or Ross. Like you've seen these, like, okay, so I don't watch him, right? But there's this one genre of content that people do with him, right? And like people will just send him like farming irrigation videos, and he like gets angry at it. And that shit to me, like someone sent him like the variable valve timing in like a BMW system. It's like it's like just like a motor like component. And he's like, "What is this, bro? What the fuck is this? What? Like it's like this car. It's like a car motor. Like, why did you send me this? What does this mean?"
It's just really random stuff like that's really weird to get angry about. And anyways,
it's just like yeah, he's like, I don't know, like that to me is also like really funny. Like funny. Gamer rage to me, like he's one of my favorite things. Like like I'm not, and it's usually like I'm not even like laughing at the person. Like usually when they're getting upset, it's like at the game, and it's like
I laugh at the frustration.
Yeah,
it's like old Game Grumps was like that with Aaron. Aaron would get so angry at some of those games. Like there was the one Mario Sunshine level, and like right as they beat it, right as he's about to beat it, like it glitches out and he falls and dies, and he broke one of the things in the ceiling because he threw the pillow up in rage and it destroyed one of the lights, and you just hear it shatter.
Oh my god.
And like it was so good. Like, it was genuine rage. Like, he was genuinely angry at that.
And I guess that's kind of what made, like, a lot of stuff, like, just the frustration. Like, back then, there was a lot of gaming stuff like that, right? Like, you know, Angry Video Game Nerd was really, really popular. I don't know if that's, like, way too old for some people over here, but, like, man. And then a lot of people started replicating that as well because it got so popular and it was entertaining to watch if you do it right. And then now there's, like, stuff for different things like food, you know, like Uncle Roger is really, really freaking successful when it comes to just getting frustrated over people cooking food like in a way that he doesn't like, you know? So I guess like frustration content like that is like, there's something to it, you know? There's something to it if you do it well.
See, that's good reactionary content.
Yeah!
Like, only people took notes. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely think like the transparency aspect of a lot of like that content works really well. Like even like with Oni plays, they're really funny. Like they just like they don't even care. They just like sit down and they play a game, but they don't upload too much because they're like genuinely, like after Smiling Friends came out, they've been just super busy, and like they don't even hide the fact that they've all been working on that. But like, yeah, like they're just so good at what they do, and it's just like, maybe there's an idea from this. Maybe I should do a stream where like I just ask people to send me the most frustrating food and cooking videos that they have, because you know I'm like obsessed with food. I love cooking, you know. I was trained as a chef, you know, so I guess seeing that would be pretty interesting, you know, just seeing me get like frustrated or confused about like very frustrating like cooking clips or videos. That might be fun to do from time to time, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think that you should take advantage of stuff like that, like having people it's kind of like the Marshmallow thing where people submit questions, but then they would just be submitting media they'd want you to look at and react to.
Yeah, and I can even like make use of my knowledge when it comes to cooking as well, because I am actually really knowledgeable when it comes to cooking. So,
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do it
like,
sometime.
That video just plays in my head now of Aiden Ross like getting angry at like like farming irrigations. Like it's just so.
I've seen those clips.
Like, it's just so stupid.
It's a Swiss Army knife review. What is
what is that? What does that even mean?
Oh man. Yeah. Is there like something I actually want to ask, okay? Is there something very, very specific that annoys you guys? You know, like something weird and specific that no one would think of. Like for me, one of it is the sound of styrofoam rubbing against each other That irritates
time
the
to start
hell out of me.
Okay, so mine is like recent, but for some reason, like our upstairs, okay, in my house, our upstairs sink, for some goddamn reason, I guess the little valve in there has worn down over the years, and the hot water, and every time you turn the hot water on, it makes this loud like sound.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like, and it just, like, the issue is it's so loud now, and like we're replacing the whole faucet, but like it is like it annoys me like so much. Like when every time I hear it, even if I'm not in the bathroom, like it's someone else like turns it on, like it just fills me with anger. Like it's just so annoying. Like
yeah.
Like,
and it's always with the hot water, right? Because I think our faucet does that as well. I don't know what causes it. Maybe it's like the steam from the hot water or whatever, but like
when you heat up things, the tolerances change, especially in metal. Like it like when you shrink, when you like if you freeze metal, like if you put a piece of steel in the cold, it shrinks. It actually shrinks, but when it's hot, it expands. So what's likely happening is when you put that hot water on, it's changing some tolerance in there. Like it's old. The faucet's now like 13 years old. You know, like it looks fine. Everything it works fine. It's just like I guess just something in there with the hot water is just causing it to
sound.
Yeah, get big enough to like just allow water to make it like whistle. Basically, it's just but it's so so bad.
What about you, Squeeze? There's something that something hyper specific that annoys you?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna start the sentence off really wrong, but it's gonna sound a little sexist. You know how women sometimes they have like that hard S when they're speaking? It's like a tss, like you can hear whenever they say an S word, it's like a little tss sound.
Is that just reserved for women? Like, is this from experience?
I don't hear dudes do it. I think it's just a woman thing.
I only hear dudes do it through YouTube, with like very specific, like my speakers will do it.
I think that's like a mic issue. But I don't know. Sometimes women have it so bad, like a lisp or something. It's not necessarily a lisp. It's like a really weird effect on an S. I'll hear that like all the way across like a store or something, and I will just get so mad. I want to leave. Like I can't. I'm like. I can't be in the store with this woman. The S's, man, it's so fucking loud. I don't know how to explain it, and then people are like, "What the fuck are you even talking about? You're crazy." And I'm like, "No, seriously." I don't know how to explain it. You just have to hear it.
Okay, so I guess I could say something kind of related to that, you know? Like, I hope people don't hate me for this, but do you ever look at someone sometimes and think, "Wow, they have a punchable face"? Like, you don't know this person. They're probably a really nice, a really nice guy. They're probably cool to hang out with and would probably make the best of friends with you if you got to know them. But when you look at them, you're just like, why do I want to punch his face so bad? Like, you ever get that feeling sometimes? Or is it just me?
That's gotta be just some like old instinct we just all just have as like just some way to like assert dominance randomly. Like it's got to be some like
I
weird.
think that's how you identify a stand user.
Oh, that reminds me. So the other day when so it kind of reminds me a little bit. So like the other day when we were at the mall, when I was at the mall, and like so there was all those like anime shops that sell the figures. There was this one guy walking around, and he literally was exactly like the comic book guy from The Simpsons. Like he was like, look, he was like, oh my god, this box isn't open yet. This is so rare. I'm like, he looked like he was in his like 40s. Like, he had a fanny pack. He had a Mario T-shirt that was slightly too small. And he was like, but he had like this fat wad of cash. Like he was ready to buy some rare shit.
Oh man, like, he was hunting for those collector stuff.
Yeah, they sold like all like they had all video, like they had a bunch of SNES games in the original packaging with like the score, like the quality score from that one like company that rates games and stuff. Yeah, and they had like there was one like they had an original Mario Bros copy that was like an 8.9 like for the NES, and it was like $102,000 or some crap. Like the sticker on it was like $100,000. Yeah, like it was like in this like it was like in like a jewelry case that was like bolted to the ground. Yeah, it was like crazy.
Man.
But like, yeah, there was like that guy. Like that kind of reminded me because he was like, he just had like a little bit of a punchable face. He just like, he just looks like he literally looks like he would just be like, actually, like he would say anything and like.
No, I'm joking.
No, I'm not a bully. Like he, like
I
it was
know.
clear he was stacked. Like he had like a fat wad of cash and it was all $100 bills. Like he was about to make like a purchase. Like it looked like he was about to buy a new car. Like he was gonna buy something in that store that was worth a lot of money.
So apparently, I just looked at it. Okay, I looked it up, and in some languages, there's actually a term for it. Like apparently in German, there's a term for a punchable face, which literally translates into a face in need for a punch.
Oh wow.
Hold on, let me copy paste it because I am not freaking.
This has got to be some biological thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
like look at that.
Totally
This is the word. I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that.
That reminds me of like another rabbit hole, but like I'm not gonna explain it on stream. But like I will explain it later. Like it has to do something with this.
Yeah.
But like I'll explain it later. It's nothing like absolutely horrible, but it's just like I don't know. I don't think Twitch would like it.
I mean, maybe it's just as Squee says. Maybe stand users are drawn to each other, and you just want to kick his ass because he's actually a stand user, right, Squee? Oh my god, man. But yeah, going back to that guy that you saw in that store though, like, is there any kind of like things that you any money sinks like that you like collecting? Like an unhealthy collecting obsession, I would say.
Like the weirdest thing that I'm into is definitely like I like vintage Apple computers. That is like one of my like it's very weird and it's very specific, but I really like the early 2000s, 1990s like Apple computers with like the ones that were had like the clear plastic, the G3s. Like I really like that. Like I've bought my old PC case used to be a modded Power Mac G5 case. The graphics card that I put in it ended up having some issue. I actually should have still used the case. I just have it as like a display piece in my bedroom. But it like there's something like about the aluminum build quality that Apple uses, and like the design of the other one that I have. Like I have another computer that I use for the television. And I use the Power Mac G4. Like if anybody in the chat, you can look it up. The hardware sits on like a door that folds open, so it's like super easy for me to like work on it if anything's wrong or add hardware. Like there's like it just sits on a door and you just fold it open. And it has like the big plastic handles on it. Like they look really good. Like by the way, like this is when like if you remember what your grandma's computer looked like, that's what Apple made during the same time. Like those beige boxes. Like those computers looked. I mean, like when you'd see an Apple computer back in the day, like they aged. Like they still look good today. They still use some of the same design language today. Like,
let me look that up. Actually, Apple computer.
Well, there's look up Power Mac G5 and Power Mac G4. That's what I both own at the moment. I've modded them to fit modern computer hardware. But those things are literal works of art.
Oh, I know what you mean. They look like a modern computer tower.
Yeah, but that came out in 2005, 2002, 2005.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like,
that's cool.
It's crazy.
It's kind of ahead of its time. I can see why you would like collecting these. It's like a piece of history, you know?
I like the case. Like, I like the cases a lot. Like, the build quality and stuff. Like, there's nothing on the PC market that fancies me. Just because the only reason I have a regular case now is because I just need to, like, I just have to, like, upgrade my computer and I need to be able to maintenance it. Like, when I build in those, it's not as easy to fix things. Like, it could take a whole day because I have to disassemble a bunch of extra stuff. But, like, they just like I don't know, they look super like amazing. Like like the like Apple what they do now with the new iMacs, that's a callback to the iMac G3 with the colors. Like that was the whole thing. Like when I saw them do the colors again, you can go to the Apple Store, they have all the colors, and it's like that was gone for so long. They're bringing that back, and it's just so cool. Like,
and I'm just gonna add an image I found online to the stream of someone who did use it as a case for their gaming stuff. Look at this, guys. Look at this. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I did to mine. I completely,
Oh,
I
that's
completely
cool.
modded
Yeah.
it, and I made sure all the original mounting ports work. Like it's entirely like a modern functioning thing, and the way the door slides off there, you can see the lever in the back right. It's kind of sticking out. You pull that lever up, and the side door like comes out a little bit. Then you pick it up and you pull it off. It's so cool. Like it's like an absolutely amazing, like, I don't know, the fact that that came out in early 2000s. Also, like, fun fact with that computer, that was the first water-cooled PC ever. Commercially mass-produced water-cooled PC ever.
It really was ahead of its time. Oh my god.
It was the first 64-bit desktop computer too. Like, like Apple was like granted it was super power hungry. It had 1,000-watt power supply, and the coolant they used for the water coolers ended up leaking and corroding on the power supply, killing it.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a really big problem they had, but like they were just, it's just such a cool, like, just look and design and stuff. Like, everything about it was just amazing to me.
Yeah, what about you, Squee? Like, do you collect anything in particular?
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I like figures. I have way too many. Well, trying to get rid of like half of them right now. But I did really get obsessed over like niche merchandise.
Yeah.
You know how there's like you could basically live off of Evangelion merch, like that kind of niche stuff.
Yeah.
Like just random. I have like this K-On keychain. It's like a talking egg or something. You press a button and it has like 2 voice lines. I have one from Mugi and Azusa, I think.
It's an egg?
It's like a little keychain. It looks like an egg, and when you press the button, it makes like a little character line. I don't know where I put them, but man.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what they look like. Body pillows?
Yeah.
How many do you have?
I think 7 or 8. I think.
Oh wow, enough to build a powerful fort. Okay, so you just have the covers.
Pillow. It's got to be like the official Kadokawa released ones. I really like those.
So like just anime character body pillows. Yeah. I mean, if there were, do you get VTuber body pillows as well, or just anime ones?
No, just anime ones.
So what you're saying is, if I came out with a body pillow one day, hell yeah, let's go! You hear that, Harry? You hear that, Mane-san? we have a potential buyer over here.
Hey, I got the money ready. Just tell me when to wear. Give me the link.
For me, I think it would be I guess pieces of like I don't know if it's like 90s or early 2000s, just like nostalgia when it comes to toys, you know? Like I don't know if you've I think I talked about this, but I started collecting Beyblades.
Yeah, I remember that.
I started collecting Beyblades, and what else? There's this thing called Tamiya four-wheel drive, where it's just like these little motor-powered toy cars, and they have like wheels on their bumpers, and you kind of like put them through a track, and they go like really, really fast.
I'm looking at it now.
Tamiya four-wheel drive, and there's also what do you call it? There's also Zoids, you know, like older Gundam, older like Gun Plus stuff, you know, and just a lot of those stuff that I used to play with as a kid, like living in Asia, you know. For some reason I started collecting some of those as well. But yeah, man, they are definitely a money sink though. Yeah.
The more niche it gets, the worse it gets too.
I know, especially if they're harder to find, you know? When they're harder to find, sometimes the cost of shipping becomes more expensive than the item itself. Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It's like so dumb.
Yeah. Even like the newer stuff. Like I wanted to buy some new Beyblades, and one of them's like $20, right? Let's say $20. And the shipping is like $30, and I'm like, huh? What do I do with this? Why is the shipping more expensive than the actual item, you know? Man. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but-
Dusty says he'll be right back.
Oh, Dusty says he'll be
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Just
Yeah,
let
no
me know
worries,
in case
man.
you ask him
No
a
worries.
question.
Like 1 minute. 1 second.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, Squee, so body pillows, right? Can you share some of the characters that are on your body pillows?
It's all ReZero.
It's all ReZero.
All of them. I have every single official release. All of them.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
it was so hard to get one of them, right? I had to
Yeah?
go to an auction site. It was like a Christmas Amelia. Oh my
Mhm.
god. And I love Christmas, so I was like, holy shit. Oh my god. And there was one person that happened to be selling it, and I would spam the My Figure Collection page
Mhm.
every day, like, please, anybody selling this, just a crumb of Christmas Amelia, please.
Oh, I see
I
it.
need this
Is it the one with the green background?
Yes, it's so
Oh my
cute.
god. Yeah, hold on, let me
It's too cute.
let me just save this so I can show it to chat as well. Because it does look really cute. It does look really cute. 1 second, chat. Let me show you the Christmas Amelia body pillow that
It's so wholesome.
yeah, tell us more about the process of getting the Christmas Amelia.
It just took a very, very, very long time.
Mhm.
Very, very, very long time. I would just spam My Figure Collection every day because I don't know if you know what that site is, but they you know,
Mhm.
it's mostly figures, but they do put, you know, keychains or random merch. It's just for merch in general.
Mhm.
But you can go on there and there's like a product page for all of the products, and people can be like, oh, I'm selling this if anyone wants it, or I'm interested in this item, please sell it to me if anyone has it.
Yeah.
And like just really small stores will go on there and try and advertise, blah blah blah. You can trade figures.
Are you willing to tell us how much you paid for the Christmas Amelia body pillow for that auction?
It was just like 120. It wasn't too
Okay,
bad.
it's not too
It's like
bad.
standard. It's
Okay,
standard.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it was unused. There was no little dirty bits on it.
I would be worried if it was used.
Pristine.
I would
You
be
know what?
so worried.
I would take her as she is if she was used.
Really? Even if there were like really sussy stains on like certain
I
parts
wouldn't
of the
touch
body
it. I
pillow?
wouldn't touch it, but I would just be like, I own it. It's okay, even though she's just used. Or what do you call it?
Yeah?
What's the term for like hag, but it's not hag?
Christmas
Something-
cake?
No.
No.
It's like used produce or something. I don't know what.
Oh my god!
Something-
I think that's worse than Christmas cake.
Oh man.
Man,
Second-hand woman. I would still love her. It's okay. I'd be a little hurt.
it's like these stains. The only way to remove them would damage the product.
I know. I have to keep it in the plastic. It's still
Oh my
Amelia, despite the stains, despite the
Yeah.
flaws. I love
You just put a biohazard sign on it.
Oh god, yeah. I just keep it in like a dusty drawer. I would never touch it.
Oh my
again.
god.
But
Man.
thankfully, it was like completely clean,
Mhm.
unused, unopened
Mhm.
until I opened it. So now it's worth nothing now. But it's mine. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. That is something that I guess and that's why I don't have the collector mentality, is that I would want to use the things that I get, you know?
Oh yeah, it pisses me off when people keep things in the box. If you're
Yeah.
gonna buy a figure, display it. If you're not gonna display it, sell it. There's no reason to have this ported.
Unless the
I
box
hate
looks
people
really
that
cool,
put
I
stuff.
don't think there's a justification to keep it in the box. You know,
Well,
like if
I
there's like a
usually
really
keep the box as well, but I keep the figure.
Yeah,
in
put the
default,
figure on top
so-
of the box, you know? That way people can see the
Exactly.
figure's full glory.
Unless you have cats, don't do that. Please
Yeah,
do
yeah,
not
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I have a
actually
cat.
broke a figure of. Oh my god! I had a scale figure. It was
Uh-huh.
$20 on Amazon because there was like some controversy. People didn't like the company. It was called
Uh-huh.
FOTS or something, FOTS.
Mhm.
And there was like this new game. I don't know if you know that anime figure of Alba in like a bunny suit,
Yeah?
and it was $20 for a scale. That's crazy.
That's
my
crazy good.
cat
What
knocked
the
it over.
hell?
My cat knocked it over.
Oh no.
Now it's back to $100.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Also, hello Callie, welcome in. Yeah, You missed, I guess, like the first hour and a half almost, but we're still talking, so, you know, feel free to stay. Feel free to hang out. Yeah, we're just yapping. We're yapping about collector's stuff right now. Like, you know one thing that really depresses me is when people have like a collection of cars, you know? And
Cars
I
or
can
cars?
like vroom vroom.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can
vroom.
understand if it's like a really rare car that can't be like, you know, out of production, still has the original engine, and you don't want to damage it. That I understand. But if it's like, if someone just has like a big collection of Lamborghinis or something, and it's like, oh no, I don't drive this because I want to keep it in pristine condition. It's like, dude, they're still in production. If you have enough money to have this collection, why not drive it every once in a while, you know? Like, just don't keep it in some kind of like underground parking lot museum that you have. Like, drive it from time to time. Cars are meant to be driven, you know? Yeah.
Well, you gotta start them up every once in a while.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my god. Squee, I know this is like more of an inside joke.
Are you gonna mention Emily?
Yeah, because when I saw Callie say, "Guys,
okay, I saw it
hi
earlier.
Emily," yeah, but I forgot. You know, Emily Melodium is here as well. You know, like I thought that I was like, wait, how does Callie know about the Emily?
Oh, now the in chat Emily is like, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry,
We're
Emily.
talking about you.
Yeah, we're not talking about
edit.
you. There was this ReZero edit, and it became this whole inside joke, and it's like, yeah, I don't know. It's so cursed, but like,
It was just
so
Fat
funny.
Amelia.
Yeah, and they
It's
called her
Fat
Emily.
Amelia. It's like Oriwa Emily Gaskita. And so I've just been like, I love Emily. And I just keep posting Fat Amelia.
Yeah, I think it's just because of the phrase "Orewa Emily Gaskida" that made it really funny to me.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, oh Emily. It reminded me of like those old 4Kids dubs. Like, remember those where they would change the names, like Americanize all the names to the point that it's beyond recognition from time to time.
I don't even know Ash's. I keep getting told Ash's like real name.
Oh, Satoshi.
but-
Yeah.
Satoshi, yeah, I keep getting it. And it's like, it starts with an S, I can't remember.
Yeah,
I like Ash better.
Mhm.
That's what I grew up with.
Man. Poor Emily. I'm sorry, Emily.
Emily was so confused.
Yeah, it just kind of like started to I guess like hit something in my brain where I'm like, don't mention Emily. Don't mention the Emily meme. I gotta mention the Emily meme, you know?
I've been like gritting my teeth, like, don't talk about it, don't talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Also, welcome back, Dust.
Oh, hey, Dusty, welcome back. I hope you had a good
Did
trip.
everything come out okay?
I ended up just
Red,
getting
was it?
water, and then
Okay.
my cat was like laying in front of me, so I pet him for like 10 seconds.
So you didn't go to an idol meeting, as they call it? It's really funny, the terms that people use for some things, you know? It's like, oh, I'm going to an idol meeting. Oh, that idol meeting seemed really urgent. I hope nothing bad happened.
I love it when people have like full body tracking on and you can see them sit down on the bathroom toilet.
Oh no!
That's happened with some HoloLive people.
Wait, wouldn't you
It's
take
funny.
it off before you go to the toilet?
I think
Sometimes it's
Hojo-
too much of a
there was
pain in the
Hojo
butt.
clip like that. Oh yeah, no, those things are
Oh my
really-
God.
Like even with the VR chat trackers, sometimes
Uh-huh.
I just don't. But like once I leave my room and and the base stations can't see them, like they're not tracking anymore.
But what if
Oh my
they
God.
can and then no one's like trying
Yeah.
to
Oh,
do
it's
that?
impossible. Like they need the lasers.
It's like, she
like,
is
we didn't wanna
pooping
tell
on
you,
stream
but-
right now!
Pooping on stream?
Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
That is so funny. Or you know when us two VTubers, when we do like the bathroom break and suddenly our model just goes,
Yeah, it just dies instantly.
yeah, like that. We do the lean where it's like, ah.
Yeah, loses track again.
Yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny whenever I see that.
I'm thinking for mine.
Uh-huh.
I have like a system where if it like doesn't detect me for more than a few seconds, it does like an idle animation.
Yeah, there is a setting for that, isn't it?
As I want to do like a complete
I'll
idle
never
animation.
set it as that. I'll
Yeah,
never-
yeah.
No, but you could do a custom one, and I'm gonna make it really cool.
Mhm.
I like the little lean that people do.
Yeah, it's like
I don't need your $400 lever animation. I want your like dead corpse on the screen.
that's crazy. Oh, that's a way to put it. The soul left your body. That's what happened.
The soul had to take a shit.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, the lean is amazing. It's so iconic. Same with you know how when people try to express happiness, they do like the wiggle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also iconic. The wiggle is also quite iconic. Man.
I could not do this if like there was someone in the room with me. I could not do the face tracking thing. I make someone look at me.
Yeah.
Because of all the little things you have to do that is like really embarrassing. Why are you swaying side to side so much? Don't ask. Just don't ask.
Yeah,
look
just
at me.
don't ask why. Well, you know why you sway. I mean, there are some VTubers that kind of have like that iconic movement that happens, you know, whenever they stream. Like for example, I know that one thing I can think of off the top of my head is you know how Mori Calliope, her eyes move a lot, like a lot when she streams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like she has it's like some condition where people's like eyes shake like that.
Yeah.
I see it in the model. I don't think that's what it's like in real life, but
Yeah, it looks like she's doing the shifty eyes all the time, you know?
yeah.
Yeah. And do you know any other VTubers that kind of have like iconic movements like that you can really think of? Because that's really the only one I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah?
I can only think of ones that piss me off, so I'm not gonna mention it. Like I'm like, stop fucking bouncing. Stop bouncing.
Oh my god! Okay, I remember one thing, okay? Can I tell them about the dancing bacons thing?
Oh my no. That's gonna piss me off, man. Look, actually raises my blood pressure.
Can we talk about it? Because it's really funny.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
You want me to tell it or
explain
you?
the dancing bacons thing to us. Explain the dancing bacons thing.
There's a channel on YouTube called Dancing Bacons.
Mm.
And while the content they do is really good and wholesome, it's just like this couple that goes around and eats at different restaurants. Usually they go in like, you know, Asian countries like the Philippines or you know, or Japan. I don't know. So they'll film themselves eating. Usually it's like the boyfriend filming the girlfriend eating and reacting. Every fucking bite she takes the bite, ponders what she's going to do next, looks at the camera, squints her eyes and smiles and shakes her head every time. It actually pisses me off. And I'll go on that channel every once in a while and be like, oh, she lost weight, she looks great. And then I see the fucking face nod and I'm like, but she's still nodding. She's still nodding.
Oh my god.
So funny.
You want to know something funny? I've been watching their shorts or like their not their shorts, their videos for such a long time, and I never noticed that until you pointed it out. How often she actually did it.
No fucking way.
Yeah, until you pointed it out, I didn't even pay any mind to it. I'm like, okay, yeah, she likes the food, but now I'm like, yeah, she does do the head nod every single time.
Ah, man, I like to, I don't know. I observe people a lot. I really like observing people's tics, and I don't know. It kind of will get to a point where it pisses me off, but I just find it fascinating, and I'll just sit down with someone and be like, you know, whenever you talk, you do this, and then I'm like able to mimic them perfectly, like how they present themselves or like little tics they have, or
Man,
like, you like to pace a lot, or you do this with your thumb. Did you know that? Really pisses me off. No.
So I guess we could say that if Dancing Bacons, if his girlfriend suddenly stopped doing the nod, we know the culprit.
No, don't get me wrong. I do like their content. Just maybe switch it up a bit. Maybe disapprove the taste sometimes, you know? Maybe say, this one's, I'm indifferent to this bite.
I just did the face,
This one wasn't as pleasant as this one. Because literally, not every single thing you eat is a 10 out of 10. You're not reaching new peak with every bite. There's got to be one bite that's like the, woo, and you shake your head. No, every bite she takes is the same thing. I can predict it. It's crazy.
Yeah, so you know it's really bad if she doesn't do the head nod.
Yeah. But I've never encountered that. I've tried to watch the videos and be like, okay, let's see if she doesn't head nod here. It became like an obsession for a bit. I had to find the not head nod bite. But
yeah.
No.
And the thing is, like, you know those people who like really overreact when they eat food?
Yeah.
When I saw that, when I see those channels, and when I was really naive, I would go to the places where they would react to the food, and they were like, "Oh my god, it looks like it was so good." Judging from their reaction, I would eat the food, and it's like painfully mid, and I'm like,
mid.
"Man,
shit's mid, bro."
That's so disappointing.
That's another reason I like this one channel so much. There's like this Korean guy. I think he calls himself Jimmy. He's really good. I like him a lot. And he's always honest about the food he's eating. He'll tell you if it's bad. He'll tell you if it's good, or if like the price is worth it. It's really cool. Like he'll go to different buffets and be like, "This is a cheap buffet in Thailand. This is a mid price. This is a high price." And he'll always choose the mid price, but it's cool. I like it when they're honest and they're like, "This one wasn't that good."
Oh man. Have you had any experiences like that, Dusty?
Not really, actually. Like everything's been just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, that's understandable. But yeah. Yeah, that dancing bacons thing was hilarious.
I don't know. I just like observing ticks. And it just,
like I could literally never see the channel the same way again.
I shouldn't ruin any more channels for you. I got a couple more, I think.
Oh really? Do you want to share one of them?
No. I don't want to be talking shit. Like, oh my god.
Dusty, do you have any ticks from certain channels that you really don't like?
There's definitely one, but like it's just not coming to me now. But there's definitely one that like I've seen that just like there's gotta be one, but I just can't think of it at the moment.
Okay. I can't think of a specific channel, but do you know when people pronounce the word? Okay, how do you say both?
Both?
Okay, you did it right. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's fucking normal, right? Some people say both.
Both?
Like a bowl? Like a bowl of cereal or something?
Wait, how do you pronounce that? Both?
Both.
Both.
It sounds
That's
stupid.
so weird.
And I'll come across channels that say both. Yeah, I bought both of these for $4.99. What did you just say?
Both?
Both? A bowl of what? Both?
Yeah, both.
I think it's like a Midwestern thing. Oh my
Is it?
God, it's so annoying. Yeah.
The Midwestern is like, oh.
Oh my gosh.
What was that? What was that Midwestern phrase again? It was like, oh, let me squeeze right past you there, or something like that.
Oh my god.
I
hate voices like that. I hate accents like that.
Yeah? What accents do you like then?
What accents do I like?
Yeah.
I can only name ones I hate. Oh my god. I'm like a creature of hatred.
Yeah.
I don't like actually hate, but it's just like little things annoy me and I get really passionate about it.
I see. Man. Just do a stream of like people showing you like stuff that you'd get irritated by, because I feel like it's really entertaining when you just get really irritated over something.
That's not good for my health, man.
It just raises your blood pressure.
I'm gonna end up in the ER, bro.
Oh my god.
Accent tier list. Yeah, I should do that, Emily.
Yeah, do that. Do an accent tier list. Yeah. What about you, Dusty? You got any accents that you would put in S tier or like D tier? What's your accent tier list look like? Give us a preview, Dusty.
Like, that's like, see, that's hard because like I don't really like. I'm gonna be honest. I definitely think like my like for me S tier's got to be like Australian. I don't know, Australian accents.
Oh,
to
it's
me,
so
I feel
fun
like
to
go
listen
hard.
to.
They go hard.
Yeah, I like listening to it.
I am indifferent. No, I'm just joking. They're okay. Sometimes it can get a little annoying.
Yeah. I think it's because I watched a lot of Steve Irwin when I was a kid, and that just kind of like gives me a bit of comfort, like hearing that accent, you know?
Yeah, he's fine. And then there's other creatures I can't stand.
Creatures!
Creatures. It's like when they put their own twang on it. I'm like, you don't sound like Steve Irwin. Get the fuck out of here. You're not Australian.
Man. Oh man, I think for me, like the stuff that really, I guess one tier list I should do is, you know those really frustrating food stuff where it's like, oh, biting into a Kit Kat horizontally, or like, slicing
eating a cheese stick whole.
Yeah,
eating it apart.
Yeah, or like what do you call it? Cutting a pizza, but like you just cut a circle using a cookie cutter, and I'm like, why would you do that? You know?
Oh man.
Man, ooh, you like the Scottish accent?
Okay, yeah, Scottish goes.
Yeah,
hard.
Scottish does go pretty hard. Yeah.
I like that guy from Samurai Jack. He's cool.
Oh yeah. Didn't he have
I
like
love
a
him.
gun for one of his legs or something?
Yep.
Mm.
Man, I love Samurai Jack growing up.
Yeah. Oh man. So I think I might be exposing one of my siblings, but one of my siblings had a crush on Samurai Jack when
I did too. I did too.
You did?
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay,
I don't know why.
So yeah, I don't understand what happened, what led to my siblings' crush on Samurai Jack, but can you explain, please? Can you explain? What was your perspective?
I don't know. He's just quiet and he's nice to kids. I don't know. You look at him and be like, he'd be a good dad.
Ah, so he's got that dad vibe. Okay.
Yeah.
Dusty, do you have any like childhood cartoon crushes?
I'm trying to think. Like this is hard, actually. I'm gonna actually go on a limb and say like not really. Like I never like I guess I never like cared too much for like cartoon characters. Like because I guess when I was younger I was like real people, so that never even like crossed my mind. But like there's characters that I definitely like found attractive, but like never.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, right? Like it's like I don't know.
Yeah. I think mine is like a very typical answer, because if we're excluding anime, you know, like for cartoon characters, I think my childhood cartoon character crush was Shigo from Kim Possible.
Aww. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I was like, wow, she's kind of pretty, you know. She's really pretty. I like that. You know, Kid Brain Clotho was just like, oh yeah, I like Shigo, even though she's like one of the villains, you know.
I kind of like Draken.
You like Dr. Draken?
Yeah, Draken. I
Yeah.
pronounced shit wrong. I like the Draken.
The Draken.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, I remember some very hyper specific like stuff from cartoons from like back then, and I don't know why. Like for example, in Kim Possible, I remember this thing very specifically where like there's an episode where she had a cold, and she was trying to tell Ron that that you know she's. I guess there's something going on with like Draken, but thing is she had a cold, so she wasn't saying it properly. And later on in the episode, I don't know why I remember this, but like I remember specifically Ron coming in going like, "Where's the dragon?" You know, like ready to fight. And I'm like, I thought that was so funny when I was a kid, but man.
Yeah. I think that's why I was pronouncing it wrong. That episode just like stuck in my brain or something.
Oh man.
Do you have any like childhood crushes that makes no sense?
Childhood crushes that makes no sense. What?
Like
Can you give us an
fictional
example?
characters. Well, I have one. It was like some Star Wars cartoon. And it was by like the same guy that did Samurai Jack, right? And I really liked it. And for some reason I developed a crush on like General Grievous. I don't know why. I have no
That's
explanation. Awesome. Hold on, I'll show you a picture. Maybe you'll understand. You know, you're not gonna understand. I don't even like Star Wars that much, but I watched it with my brother and my dad.
Okay, now, guys, it's time to make the Squee X General Grievous fan art.
Oh, Squeevis art, please.
Another waifu to add to my collection.
I can't explain it, but look at this. I don't know.
Okay,
man.
let me see.
I guess you're not a woman. It wouldn't make sense, but.
Oh!
Cool!
He's doing that lean. Hold on. Let me put it up on stream, right?
Dude, the arch.
You're going to get so
arch.
much art of you now.
Yeah.
With him.
Yeah.
He's
Please draw. Please
it's not
draw.
even a sexual thing. He's just cool, man. I was like, oh my god, why is my heart racing? What?
Okay, I know what you mean now. Like, look at this. He is doing the lean. Look at that lean. There's so much swagger.
I love lean.
I mean, you are purple.
Oh, real? Wait, I'm like the lean tuber.
A
Yeah,
lean tuber? That's what we're calling you now?
The lean tuber. But yeah, man, it's so funny. Yeah, the multiple arms. Did the multiple arms get you as well? So you're like, ooh, what the arms do, General Grievous? Maybe later on in life.
Freaky, bro.
Oh my god. I don't know. I guess I don't know if I really had something like that during my childhood. Did you have anything like that, Dusty? Because I know I had some of those, like, you know, the hear me outs, like, later on in life, but...
Not as a kid, like, definitely not as a kid. Like, I remember, like, watching all those videos on YouTube, and it's like, oh, you child, I just never related to that, because, like, I think just from, like, a really young age, I just never, like, associated them with being real, so I never felt, like, an attraction to it, or something. Does that sound weird?
That makes sense.
That makes sense to me. Makes sense to me.
You sound very rooted in reality.
Yeah, you sound like you weren't a degen like me and Squee over here.
No, don't get me wrong. I fucking love cartoons, but I just never like really got into like.
Oh my god, the pink dragon from Dragon Tales.
Oh my god, I remember Dragon Tales. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Pink dragon. I have to look
Pink
it up.
dragon.
Dragon from Dragon Tales.
Oh, this one. I remember
Like
her.
a banana peel as her hair.
Yeah. I remember her having like a funny voice.
Oh god.
I guess they
just
do
look
have
it up
funny
instantly.
voices.
There's fetish art. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh shit! What the?
I mean,
fuck is
dude,
this?
those Rule 34 artists, they work fast. Like as soon as there's like a new popular character.
Ugh! He looks terrified.
Look at that fucking plushie.
Hold on, let me see. Oh, where'd you send it? What?
In the group chat.
Oh no! Oh, it looks so sad. Hold on, let me post this on stream, okay? Let me post this on stream.
Why are there pictures of Dragon Tales characters in wheelchairs? What is going on? Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my. That voice for you. It throws me off every time. You do that voice so well.
Out. It's like a fucking demon being summoned.
Yeah, it's it's Lois being summoned from within you. Lois is trapped from within you.
There's a Dragon Tail character with a wheelchair. Oh, I didn't know that. Well,
like look at this. Look at this, guys. Look how sad this dragon is.
Bad dragon, more like sad dragon.
See, I was gonna make that joke, but thank you for telling
I'm
it.
sorry.
No. I thank you for telling it because then it didn't come out of my mouth, you know? It's the pink dragon from Dragon Tales.
What is that? What?
It's the pink dragon.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's so funny. Man. Okay, so you actually gave me a really good stream idea. Though I don't know how easy this would be to, like, you know, to not get bonked when it comes to Twitch. I could go through the entire Monster Girl encyclopedia.
Oh, dude, I used to own those.
Yeah, and do like a Monster Girl encyclopedia tier list.
That would actually be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there
As
is
long
a lot
as
of
Twitch
porn
doesn't bonk
in
you,
it.
yeah.
That's the thing, right? That's the thing.
It's okay.
Twitch might bonk me for it, you know? But
It reminds me of that, like, that
Mhm.
anime that, like, Funimation dubbed and then like dropped it like after 2 episodes, even though they like it's like interspecies reviewers or something.
Oh my
And, like,
god!
I watched it and it was like genuinely probably one of like the funniest, like,
It is.
it's so good. It's like it was so good. Like I like it got really raunchy, but like I don't know, it just had like this like really good like energy to it. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
I
pretty
liked
funny.
watching it too.
Like,
Also,
like
Saka, thank you for
South
the
Park
follow.
has made worse jokes and they dropped
Yeah.
that shit. Come on, like,
Yeah.
like, like.
Though,
I don't know.
okay, can I tell you some I guess AniLive lore for one of my streams?
Sure.
We kind of tried to push the limits a little bit. And might have gotten one of our restreamers channels banned.
Oh no.
Because me and Denaria, the one I was talking about, the most, I would say the most yabai person in NEXAS, you know, the most unhinged person in NEXAS.
Yeah.
We did this stream where we did a watch along of a bunch of ecchi anime, and at the very end, we just straight up like reacted to Boku no Pico.
Oh man.
And
Oh no.
the restream, okay,
They slapped you hard for that, didn't they?
I mean, AniLive, no, but the restreamer, in order to kind of like give a bit of ease for the audience, decided to put a very heavily pixelated version of what we were watching on the stream.
Oh no!
And so
No!
once it was fine at first,
You
right?
can't
It was
do
fine
that.
at first.
You can't do that! No, that's no.
It was fine at first. And even until now, I still feel really guilty about that because yeah, he was the one who put the video there. But man, I was like, we probably shouldn't have done that. How that hentai watch along.
Jovi for the
That's so true.
That's like that's awesome. That's awful.
Yeah. I mean, awesome and awful. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
and
awesome and awful at the same time.
Man. But yeah, anyways, I think soon we should probably like wrap up the stream because I do have like another collab stream in around 2 hours and I do need to prepare for that. But what would you guys say what would you guys say is something that you wanna tell everyone before we go? Like what are you gonna be up to? What are some big events? You know, maybe like your debut even, because you said you haven't really officially debuted, right?
For me,
Mhm.
I'm still getting my model rigged by Chivito. That's a slow process. It's a very weird model because she doesn't have real hair. It's all like tentacles, so it looks really like it looks half cartoony. So we're still figuring that out. So TBA on the date, I guess. But I do want to continue streaming though. So hopefully this upcoming week I'll post a schedule and get back to streaming art and shit.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So there's no specific date quite yet?
Yeah, I mean, I want to try and get it done this year, obviously, but I don't know if it's going to be August or like a winter kind of thing.
So soon TM is what you're saying.
Soon TM, soon TM.
All right. And what about you, Dusty? By the way, Dusty, what's your user on Twitch so I can give you a shout out?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's just DustieVT. Like it's the exact same as my.
So Dusty.
Yeah, there it is.
VT. Oh, there
yeah,
it is.
yeah,
Okay,
there
there
it
we go.
Hello.
Oh, I have to wait 11 seconds. Anyways, tell us what you're gonna be up to, Dusty. Like any ETAs for your debut or anything?
So, I have no like expected date yet when I plan to debut, but I want to try to maybe around November.
Okay.
But I still have like a lot of artwork to get like completely like finalized, and then I need to have the 3D model rigged, and then I have to have the 3D model's head with all the shape keys, and then I need the live 2D one, and then I have to do all the music. So I have a lot of work to do still, but
All right. Okay. Well, that
should be
that sounds pretty good.
when I get there. But
So
yeah.
I guess we're gonna look forward to both of your debuts later on this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed if everything goes well, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Sako says the Minecraft idea would be a strong start debut hook. No one else knows about the Minecraft thing. but
Yeah, there's
we
no
were talking
context
last
yet,
night in
but
VT
Yeah, there's no
about Minecraft
context
stuff.
yet. Man, but yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can finally shout you out, because like there's a time limit apparently.
Oh,
There we go.
It worked.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry. But yeah, thank you for coming, guys. We had a lot of fun today. I hope you guys had fun. You have fun today's
Yeah, I
stream?
had fun. Hopefully we
Yeah.
can do this again sometime.
Yeah, yeah.
If you do like what do you do?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
collab.
I mean, yeah, even if you just want to do like some sort of collab, feel free to like reach out to me if you have an idea, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad you Melodites had fun having them over as well.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So, do you guys want to say goodbye to chat, one by one?
Oh, I've been waiting to say Otsuko this whole time, bro.
Why don't you say like your own goodbye first? It doesn't have to be like, you know, a VTuber goodbye. Just, you know, say say something.
Man, usually it's nighttime. I want to say goodnight, but man,
Yeah, it's like in the afternoon.
morning. What
Yeah,
the
it is
fuck?
in the afternoon. Yeah. Also,
Man,
hey,
usually I just tell
Lulu.
people to leave me alone.
I mean, hey, that could be your signature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all with like a labor of love, you know.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
like-
just say get away from me for no reason.
Yeah. Get away from me with love.
Sakos, it's fucking 10 a.m. I know.
And
Usually
what about
10
you,
PM.
Dusty? Dusty, why don't you say goodbye to the viewers?
I don't have anything specific yet, but but thank you for having me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And again, you know, reach out to me
I hope
anytime
everybody
you wanna hop back in, you know?
Oh wait, we could just do the Wendy Goon goodbye, where it's like, and again, thanks for watching.
And again, thanks for
Yeah.
watching. Oh man. So anyways, once again, this has been me, Clotho V Melodium, the musical Prince of Darkness of NEXAS Class Genesis. I still need to get fucking used to that. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna get used to it someday, chat. NEXAS Class Genesis saying thank you for coming to my Sunday afternoon tea time. Okay, everyone, 3, 2, 1, Otsuklo. Okay, 3, 2, 1, Otsuklo!
Otsuklo, my G.
Otsuklo, my G. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye everyone. Bye.
All right, let me remember this time to actually put you guys into the other chat channel so we don't get any incidents like back then. Okay, I think we're good.